Hi everyone, welcome to the Spirit of Giving. This is going to be craft number 7, okay? So you want to make sure that you have the bag with number 7 on it. And I'm going to open my bag. Today's craft is going to be an easy one. We're going to need to use the white glue today. And that's it. So, okay, the first thing that we're going to do, let me just take a sip of my drink. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is look and see what pieces we have. So, we have a little oval. My oval is a little bit flat on one side. This is the nose of the gnome. I'm going to use my nose this way, okay? We have a mustache. I'm going to use my mustache so that the curvy part is at the top. This is the bottom of the gnome's beard. This is the gnome's body. And these two pieces are going to be the gnome's hat. Now you don't want to use the hat any way other than face down so that this curvy part is at the bottom. And this little guy is going to go like this on the hat. Okay? And the pom-pom goes at the end. Now the best part about when you have items that you're going to be gluing, the thing that I love to do the most is to lay my pieces out so that I'm not going to glue them and regret where I glued them. I want to make sure that I lay them out and see where they are and then decide if I like where they are. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is lay my green triangle piece down, which it is. And then I'm going to put my hat. Now, when I'm going to put my hat and lay it down, I don't want the hat, the green part to show. I want it to be up a little bit so that the green is hidden. Let me move it up a little bit more. Backwards, it's a little bit different for me. Okay. So you want it like that. And this is going to be in like that. Okay? So you want to lay that down like that and tuck this little piece in there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the gnome's mustache and the gnome's beard. Now the beard is the biggest part. I'm going to decide where the beard goes, but I'm going to put the beard down first, and then I'm going to put the mustache down. Remember, the curvy part's going to go on the top. So I'm going to lay that down and see where it looks the best. And I think I like it right there, I think. And then I'm going to put the gnome's nose on. This is so cute. Now this craft is brought to all of us today by my friend Maggie Boynton. I met Maggie when I was 10 years old and we were competitive roller skaters together, and I competed against Maggie, and Maggie was really good. Maggie won the competition. She had a red sequin dress on that I loved, and I said, I have to be friends with her. And so I was. And Maggie and I have been best friends since. So thank you, Maggie. So I'm going to take this white pom-pom and put it at the end. Okay? Now I'm just going to look at it. Now I haven't glued anything yet. I'm just going to look and say, okay, does this look good? Do I like it? Is there anything that needs to be moved around? And you can do that if you want. Move it around if you want. Now this is where you're going to use the glue. A lot of people that put crafts together and assemble them make the mistake of moving all the pieces after you've put them together, and then you're not sure where they originally were. Now, I have this example, and I'm just going to show you what you would do. I'm not going to specifically glue this because I have an example that's already done, and this is for one of you because we only have the exact amount for the exact amount of children coming on Sunday to the Spirit of Giving, which is 125 children. But we have so many more children that are going to be doing crafts as well. But this particular craft only has 125. So I'm not going to glue this, but I'm going to show you what I would do. Okay, so I'm going to use this glue. Remember, we had different varieties of glue that are in your bags. So some of you have this kind, some of you have the little smaller one. So you're going to untwist it so that it's open, but I'm going to pretend mine's open because I'm not really going to glue mine. The first thing I'm going to do if I was going to glue it is I would push my finger down on the nose of the gnome, which is end on the bottom of the beard. So that's going to hold everything in place. I would take my glue and I would go right underneath the gnome's beard and I would push down on around there and flatten it. So that part would be glued. Keeping my finger on the gnome's nose, I would also put my finger on the middle of the gnome's mustache. I would lift up the side of the mustache like that, and I would put some glue down, and I would push. So that part is glued. I would switch fingers on the nose's gnome, and then I would lift up the other part of the the mustache of the gnome, and then I would glue that part as well. And I would push that, and I would make it flat, push it down. Okay. Now for the gnome's nose, I would do the same thing, doing one part, put some glue, push it down, do the other part, put some glue, push it down. And I would keep my finger exactly on the nose. What I would do now is I would lift up the hat, still pushing my finger on the nose of the gnome, and I would trace the end of the hat with glue. I would take this and line it up where I wanted it, right on the glue. I would take the glue again as I'm still holding the hat up with my fingers, and my finger is still on the gnome's nose. I would put more glue there. Then I would gently hold the hat, the triangle part of the hat that I just glued down, and I would gently let the hat go and glue that part and slide the hat up to where I wanted it to be. Okay? Now let's pretend everything is glued. Okay, now we know mine isn't because I'm just pretending. Let's say it is glued. The last thing I would do is just put a little dollop of glue at the end of the triangle and push my pom-pom down. That would be my gnome. Okay, now here's a large example of the gnome. Let me slide the small one out of the way. This is what the example looks like when it's done that my friend Maggie did. Maggie, you did a great job. Thank you so much. I know how much work it is. Believe me, and it's adorable and much appreciated. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for your thoughtfulness. So this little gnome, all he needs is a little pom-pom glued at the end. And this little guy is going to go on my refrigerator. So that is craft number 7, the gnome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Liz Lahentz from Webster, Massachusetts. This is the Spirit of Giving, and you just watched craft number 7 for the Spirit of Giving 2020. On to craft number 8. Thank you for watching, and I'll be right back.